Hello, welcome to our media commentary.
My name is Isabella.
And my name is Sam.
And today, we will be answering a few pressing questions.
We will be discussing the genre of our film, as well as the conventions we used and the ones we didn't.
Our film, Seventh Mercy, is a part of the crime and thriller genre. For the 2-minute preview of our film, we use several traditional codes and conventions while also bringing some freshness to this very loved genre.
The crime and mystery category of films are very popular due to their intriguing and captivating stories. The plots of these movies show mysterious events that both scare and fascinate the audience.
Most of the time, these films are meant to seem very realistic to help immerse the viewer into the story. When making our film, we wanted to incorporate things that help make this genre recognizable, while also putting our own twist on it.
So let us get into it. When we were first planning what we wanted our movie to be, we thought our best bet would be filming a coming-of-age movie. We believed that this would be easy to film and write a plot for. However, as you can clearly tell, we didn't choose that genre.
Sam and I are way better at filming dark and more serious content. In the past, when we have worked together, most of our films end up being either sad or suspenseful, and so we felt that it'd be best to find a darker genre.
We conducted research to find a genre that suited our taste. We narrowed it down to horror, thriller, mystery, and crime. Together, we decided that we wanted to combine thriller, mystery, and crime into our movie.
After we discussed what we wanted to do, we started searching on Google for common codes and conventions in movies from this genre. For crime and mystery, it is common for the movie to include clues, tensions, detectives, red herrings, and isolated settings.
These movies also typically have weapons, killers, and a victim. Films that are well known from this genre include Knives Out, Enola Holmes 7, Don't Worry Darling, Split, Sixth Sense, and Get Out, and many more.
Almost all of these movies use these conventions in one way or another. For example, in Get Out and Enola Holmes, the weapons used to kill are shown. They also show blood and who the killer is. Both of these movies use a tactic where the audience collects clues and starts to realize what is going on at the same time the protagonist does.
We wanted to use a similar tactic in our film, however, we did not show a weapon or blood in our film, and instead we decided to challenge these conventions by not making it a regular mystery movie. We wanted to create a suspenseful film without using these elements and try not to use these conventions. We wanted to show that a film could be scary and thrilling without having to show things that are associated with the genre.
For example, in our film, we didn't show who the killer is. We did, however, use certain camera shots and colors to get the audience to think that it was the teen taking picture of the girl, who was played by Jonathan.
We dressed him in dark colors like black and dark blue to insinuate that he was the kidnapper. We used the red herring technique. In case you aren't aware, the red herring technique is basically when directors mislead the audience so that they can still try and figure out the solution to the mystery.
We chose not to include blood and or reveal who the kidnapper is for a few reasons.
Number one, it would be very embarrassing to film a fake kidnapping in the middle of a park where it's very crowded with a lot of people. But for our real number one, we wanted to try and target a younger audience as well as introduce our original take on how a mystery/crime movie would play out.
In order to avoid using some of the conventions, we tried to display certain small conventions of the genre, including elements like the setting and music.
We filmed at a park because that is a place where lots of children get lost. We began our movie at a playground in the park, and the whole first act was filmed there. At first, we had planned to go to a roller skating rink, but made a swap halfway through. There were a few problems with us filming at a roller skating rink, and in the end, filming at a park paid off.
Another element we included, the music, was used to convey emotions and feelings. Typically in these movies, songs are used to represent how the character is feeling, and we use the same tactic. In the first half, as you watch the two sisters run around and play, the song we chose is cheery and nostalgic to help show what Adriana is feeling. As more time passes by and Adriana starts to notice strange things, such as the stalker, the sound gets darker and darker. We were able to accomplish this by pitching down the song and slowing it down to create a feeling of uneasiness. We wanted to create a suspenseful mood, and the music helped show this. We only used natural sounds when we wanted the audience to truly focus on what was being said. For example, when Adriana and Harper are talking before Adriana goes to the restroom, we wanted to show their relationship.
They are a bit playful with each other, but you can clearly see that Adriana is the older one of that two. We used music to help highlight actions and feelings in the film. In the second act, we had no music so that the viewer would focus on the voiceovers. Another thing we tried to focus on was colors. Many researchers have found that certain colors make people feel a certain kind of way.
Red is often associated with anger, passion, war, danger, and love. Green is often used to show evil, greed, envy, money, and growth. Blue is used to show sadness, openness, and wisdom. Pink represents femininity, kindness, playfulness, and love. Black is associated with power, death, evil, depression, mystery, and despair. In our film, we use these colors to help invoke certain feelings.
We use these colors in our props, costumes, and title.
We dressed Harper in a pink shirt to show her youthfulness and playfulness. We wanted to really show how innocent she is and that she is very young. For Adriana, we dressed her in black to show that her responsibilities have taken a toll on her. Later in the movie, her pajama top is red to show her anger, and then her outfit at the very end is blue to show her sadness. The kidnapper was dressed in black to not only depict his anonymity, but also so that the viewers would think he's evil. For our missing posters, we chose a very bright red color for the words missing person, so that the audience would be drawn to the words.
In this preview of our film, we depicted Adriana as a complex character. She's a young woman who had to take on many responsibilities when her parents passed, leaving her to take care of her younger sister on her own. She has always tried to make sure Harper was okay during every hard time they've had to go through. Adriana has always had to be the strong one out of the two. However, when her sister disappears one day, her emotional death is shown more clearly as her main focus is to find her little sister and keep her safe from harm.
In our film, we represent various different social groups. Our main protagonist represents the sisters and siblings that are put in a position where they have to act as the parents. They get the burden of having to raise and take care of their younger siblings. They are given a lot of responsibility and had to juggle being a sister while also being a caretaker.
We also represent the family members of drunk driver victims. Harper and Adriana are unfortunately impacted by drunk drivers because their parents' lives were taken in a situation where an intoxicated driver hit their car. Thankfully, Harper was at a friend's house that night, but it's sad to say that Adriana was with her parents at the time of the incident. Several people around the world can relate to this issue and picture themselves as the two young girls.
We also represent how in most cases young girls are the ones that get kidnapped. Men especially like to prey upon women and young girls when they plan on abducting someone. We wanted to represent the population of girls and women that have had to withstand this issue with only a small % of them surviving. This issue is still to this day very prevalent, and we wanted to raise awareness about it.
In our film, we also illustrated how family relationships can be complex, yet they still love each other. We wanted to show that even though Harper and Adriana have gone through a lot, they still love each other very much.
Our film has been quite a journey, and we hope you've learned something from it.
Goodbye!